Dealers have always liked their numbers, a great deal, and they need to like their numbers because it's a really difficult business, very complex business in many ways. They're a retailer, like lots of other retailers. However, they work with very, very thin margins. If a dealer makes 1% at the end of the year, particularly these days, they've done very well. But they also have very high capital needs. So making small tweaks in little places makes a big difference. So you need your numbers for that. But the industry is really changing at the moment now. One of the biggest changes around how people buy. The buyer of cars have become very savvy. They say when they walk into a showroom now, they generally know not only which brand they want, they know which model and the configuration. So back in the day, they would walk into a showroom 4 times before they bought a car. Now it's less than 2, I believe. So that's really driven the need for more information, better information to run their business. And I guess one of the things that really has helped companies like ourselves is that previously the obvious solution was data analytics, business intelligence. They're really expensive solutions, very complex, and most projects actually fail. So it really wasn't open to dealers with a turnover of less than 1 billion per annum type of thing. But the two things have kind of collided to make this, if you like, realizable for these dealers. And that is big data tools and the internet, really cloud solutions. And that's really what kind of, if you like, creates the need and the opportunity together. The way dealers work at the moment now is because they need this information, a lot of people are running around trying to get that information out of their systems. They feel very much that their transactional suppliers, like their DMS providers, have let them down, so they have to do it themselves. And they're not paid to do data collation, they're not paid to do reports. They're paid either to increase the sales of their cars, increase the margins of their cars, look after the after-sale service business or the parts business, but they're running around doing collation, which really doesn't work very well for them. It's really not a very effective use of their time, and there has to be a better way is where we would think. So heretofore, the DMS providers weren't, I suppose, the most facilitating when it came to getting data out of their own systems. And a lot of dealers would be very upset by how much they have to pay to get that data out as well. So we have the same challenge. We have to get the data out. We then have to manipulate it and organize it the way that they do. But I guess we've got some tools and availability tools and expertise that they don't. So these new modern tools like ETL tools and visualization tools and other big data tools are really what makes it work. And if you're a dealer, IT isn't your core competency. Your core competency lies elsewhere, and really you should outsource that. If you were trying to do this yourself, you'd have to go out and buy an on-premises solution from one of the big manufacturers like SAP or Cognos or Oracle or one of these, and it's really complex. But we've actually done that. We've built that in the cloud for our customers. I like to refer to sometimes like a cake that you pull out of the oven in a cookery show. Like, we've done this hard bit already. The beauty of that is that we don't have to rebuild it each time for a customer, so that brings the cost down. Another beauty of it for them is they don't pay for it up front like they would the other ones. They pay for it as they go along. So it's they can get into it at a lower cost. It's much lower risk because they don't have a big capital cost that they might lose if it doesn't work. And the return on investment is much quicker also, because they're only paying it bit by bit and they're getting the benefits, if you like, as they go along. Often when I'm talking to other people in other industries, and we say we're in data analytics, or if I'm talking to a potential investor, they say, oh, another data analytics company. There's like loads of those. And typically what most of those companies do is they have a dashboard, which we do. It might be drillable, which ours is. We'll bring the KPIs up the front so the people in the head office, the senior managers, can see what's going on. But the other systems tend to kind of stop there. So you get insights, but you don't really know what to do with those insights. Whereas what we do is we deliver the information down to the point in the business where the little bit of information that they need to do their job is right in front of them when they need to do it. We call this augmented intelligence, not our term. It's like a car engine in a way. Every bit of the engine knows what it needs to do in the job. It's organized that way. Whereas without the right information, the right place in large organizations run by people, sometimes people don't know what they need to do, or they do the wrong thing because they've got a misconception of what they do, what it is they need to do. So we just make that much more efficient. The benefit that our customers get after the system goes live, they tell us, is generally it's the first things they mention is transparency and accountability. At the moment, before they get our system, it's a little bit hard for the head office people to hold their people to account because they can't really see what they're doing. Sure, they get kind of results in their management accounts maybe a month later when things actually happened, whereas we've got it really there in front of them at the time. We also as well talk very much about how this is a top-down, bottom-up solution. So you're not waiting for the call to come from the boss and say, why is our efficiency gone down? It's gone down. So if that call comes, you can answer it, but generally you've actually pre-dealt with it beforehand. So that's why we talk about it being top-down, bottom-up. Bottom-up is really how things work. It motivates people. They know what they need to actually do. Another major benefit is that, again, with the old approach, we have a customer at the moment now who bought the kind of traditional data analytics solution, and they're actually throwing it out at the moment because the cost of maintaining it was so large. We don't know for a fact how much they were paying, but we think it's close to what our subscription was. So just to keep it up to date with, changes in the industry, new things they want to do, they constantly have to keep bringing back in developers to make those changes for them. Whereas we have a cloud solution, so we're continually developing the product. And it's like a community system. When we do something for one dealer, it's there for the rest of them, if you like. So it's growing even before they go looking for things. But if they ask us for something, we'll do that for them because we can see that it'll overall improve our product, if you like. Now, software companies work like that, but we work with agile tools. So it means that we can roll things out really, really quickly. We're talking about development times of days or weeks, not weeks or months as you would typically get with another software company. So it continues to grow with the customer's needs and meet their future requirements.